consider working things out with him? I think that we could be really good friends. I don't think that we could ever have a romantic relationship because I don't see him ever acknowledging the things that he's done. He's never admitted any of it or said sorry. The only thing that he said is he forgives me, which I find to be amazing. But also, like, okay. So, no, I don't think that that would be possible. But, you know, if someone finds the therapist of the century that could, would you consider working things out with him?
Okay, let me just, let's just process this. Why would you consider being friends with someone who you feel is in the wrong for telling you that they forgive you when in reality you're waiting for them to apologize to you? Make that make sense. But this is the thing though, isn't it, when it comes to Danielle? She says a lot of things to say a lot of things. I am curious sometimes when she's speaking and saying certain things, does she truly believe that what she's saying is actually making sense to her? Most important, does she believe that what she's saying is actually making her happy? Because we know that she's all about, you know, self-love, self-care, retreats, the whole shebang. You know, all about that stuff. But yeah, it seems as if when it comes to really expressing those feelings or really, not express, sorry, but it seems when it comes to embracing all of that, it's something that she struggles to do. Because at the end of the day, for me personally, I don't know how you can sit there and say that you want to be friends with somebody, but yet you also still want them to apologize to you because you know that they, in your opinion, are ludicrous for thinking that it's them that needs to accept apology from you. It's them that needs to accept that they forgive you, when in your life you feel that it should be the other way round. You know, sometimes in life, people have to sit back and recognize their life. Sit there and think to themselves, hey, why is my life where it is at now? Now, let's keep moving context. Why is it my life is in a position where I am single? Or why am I in a position where I am with someone, but I'm unhappy? What is missing? What is going on? And this is one of those things that Danielle fails to do, you know, when it comes to herself. She fails to understand or to analyze herself to be like, you know what? Maybe it didn't work because I did this. Maybe it didn't work because I didn't recognize that. Maybe it didn't work because I didn't actually, you know, work on that certain flag. I didn't take that flag seriously, that red flag. Maybe I allowed too many things to go his way that shouldn't have. And then also on top of that, at the same time, also reflect it on the other side as well. You see what I'm saying? Because when people don't reflect, all they do is keep themselves in the same position for the majority of their life. And that same position that they keep them in is usually the main reason or reasons of why you are still with the single and you keep failing when you're dating, or why you're in a relationship that you are extremely unhappy with, but yet you're not leaving. Because there's always that thing or things that you're ignoring. You know what they are because they're there. They may not necessarily be in front of your eyes, even though some of them are, but they're there. You've seen them, but you've allowed them to just slide. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and then subconsciously they've started to, and therefore they start to project themselves X, Y, Z. Now with Danielle, this is a woman that is obviously single, and she has to be in a position where she wants to really think deep down before she even moves on to the next person about her own actions in her relationships, and for her to recognize, were these actions acceptable? But also on top of that, were the actions that I made compatible with that person? But that's another thing sometimes. Sometimes people go into things thinking that just because maybe they've worked in themselves and they think, okay, well, I'm going to go into it and I'm going to make sure that I do this, this, and that to make sure that, you know, things go better. The only thing that people miss is that is the part where you still got to then learn about the person you're about to be with, because they may not be compatible to those things that you've worked on that you now want to give. They may be compatible to something completely different. You see what I'm saying? That's why when we talk about compatibility, I feel like people think that compatibility means that, oh, let's get a piece of paper. I know I want this. I know he wants this. So I know I can give him da. It's not that simple. Because at the end of the day, the more you talk to people, the more you start to really find out what they actually want. Because half the time, majority of the time, a lot of people don't even know what the hell they want. They have a baseline, but it's not necessarily the line that everybody should be working on, right? Think about it. Think about it. Anyone that's been to couples therapy, right? A good couples therapy, not just any basic one, right? You will know that when they ask you questions, they ask you questions that's based around the box. You know, that's based on things that you're not thinking about, things that you haven't thought about, okay? The conversations aren't necessarily based on the things that you want. You know what I mean? They're usually based on the things that you're not recognizing. Okay? But hey, at the end of the day, who am I though? Because Danielle is clearly the guru when it comes to the relationships and self-love and all this kind of stuff. But yet you're still in the same goddamn position. I would love to know about all of her dating histories, be fair, just find out exactly what it is that she's done consistently throughout every single one of them. I mean, we probably do know what it is, because how she's been with Johan has probably been that consistent thing, but you never know, it may differ. But nonetheless, though, give me your thoughts and your opinions on what she had to say. Do you think that she should be okay to want to be friends with someone that she still feels as if he should be the one to put it down to her, and the whole shebang that she said? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.